Hey, what's up, guys? This is your captain speaking. It's time. What is it time for? I'm going to let you know right now. The Miami Dolphins. We've all been looking at them. Some of us take them seriously, some of us don't. Here's the thing. Gambling. A lot of it to do is timing. It's not about who's going to win or who's going to do good in the same game parlay prop bet. It's about when the odds are off or when this team is going to pay you a little higher than you think is logical in a certain situation. So this is what I found. Right now, it's never been a question of how Miami is going to do. It's like if they're going to be capable or not to win. As long as Tua is upright and not concussed, that team has a shot to go all the way. I knew that last year. Now, when Mike McDaniel with the pre-snap motion and all that forward-thinking stuff with all those 4.2 40 guys, the speed, Mostert, A-Chain, Hill, Waddle, everybody, I looked at Miami Dolphins to win the Super Bowl, and they're still plus 1,000. Now, there's always a couple reasons why odds makers make these lines. With Miami at plus 1,000 right now, that's nothing to do with football. That's 100% of betting whether or not Tua is going to stay healthy. That's what it comes down to. So Miami at plus 1,000 to win the Super Bowl right now, that's a steal. So they're going into the game. Great test. Miami's at Philly. The one big test they had this year, I picked them against Buffalo. They lost to Buffalo, but Buffalo's a good team too. And when you look back, when we're at the end of the season and we're looking back, you're going to be able to see that Buffalo's a top team. Philly's a top team. Miami, these are top teams. Detroit, top team. So Philly's -2, -2.5 right now. And I'm not going to pick against Miami. I'm not picking against them. But I have my eye on them to see how they look against another formidable team, possible Super Bowl matchup. I want to see how well Miami does in spotlight games like this. Tyreek Hill, he's on pace for over 2,000 yards. Guys, I know he'll probably win the most outstanding player award this year, but in my estimation, he's the MVP. I mean, Tua throws it, but when you catch a ball 15 and over the middle and you're separated by 8 yards and then you take it 70, the MVP is Tyreek Hill. Now, as far as quarterbacks, my MVP at quarterback would be Jared Goff, but that's another story for the Baltimore. We're going to talk about the Detroit-Baltimore game, but Miami, I'm looking at Miami to possibly go through this right to the Super Bowl. So at plus 1,000, the team like this is not going to go down. They're going to be dangerous. They have a historically great offense, and it's all shit that we've never seen before. So we're going with them. As far as panic button, same game, Devontae Smith. Anybody have a fantasy season? Anybody have a fantasy team going south and got Devontae Smith on it? I do. 1-5 in one of my leagues. Here's his game, 17, 31, 6, 14, 1, 9. When you draft a receiver in the first 2 rounds, that's got to be one of your guys. So I'm hoping Devontae Smith and that Philly offense kind of clicks because you can't just look at it like it's last year. Last year at this time, everything was clicking. Last year at this time, we weren't looking at T. Higgins on the Bengals like a guy that you might have to drop. Lowest catch percentage in the NFL right now, under 40%. So these are all things we got to look at. But Miami Philly's the spotlight game. I can't wait to see it. But the main thing of this video, Miami's still plus 1,000 to win the Super Bowl. It's worth a penny. It's worth a penny. Nooch, Neighborhood Picks. Like and subscribe.